guys, welcome back to the CNJ show, and I have my favorite Jen and Juice, and then I have my sister here, Neek, with me. Now, guys, the topic that we're going to be talking about today is Blac Chyna in Treasure and her mom, Tokyo. I'm just trying to figure out, Jen and Juice, if you can explain a couple of things to me. What is going on with Blac Chyna? What is going on
with Blac Chyna? And
yes,
I don't know. I feel like Blac Chyna is just going through a crisis right now, because you know how people go and they reach their peak, and they're up there and they're having fun, and then there's nowhere else to go but down. I think she's going down right now. So she is, and you know, as you fall, you try to grasp anything, and I think that's what she's doing. It seems like she's in a little bit of everything now. She's promoting this this eyeliner magnet thing, and she's still trying to promote her cosmetics line. It's just like, okay, you weren't worried about any of that when you were at your peak, and it's just like, okay, we're over that.
Yeah. So basically, what you're saying is, her numbers have went down, and she don't care how the attention goes or what she do. But even though she is trying to
promote stuff, yeah. But I think she's just trying to do something. Like, something is better than nothing at this point. And she's just trying to do something. Like, we don't hear her name in the blogs or, you know, in the magazines or anything like that anymore. So she's just trying to do something.
Okay, so then, okay, because I do know she is trying to just do something. Now, I'm not a fan of karma, never have been, but we do know that karma can come back like a hurricane. I don't curse, so I'm not going to say the B word. But let me ask you this, Neek, with that. Do you think all of this that's going on with Chyna was all of this stuff that's going on with her? Do you think it has anything to do with the little clips and parts that we see with how it seemed like she, you know, even though we know that her mom is a trip, her mom is a big trip, and with the mom, with maybe how she did Rob, how she was treating certain friends, how she was uplifting certain friends, and how she just thought that she at that particular time had everything going on, and she didn't know how to be humble, and now she didn't fail, like she's falling bad. Or wait, before you answer that, alright, like they said, the Kardashians is a big powerful name. Do you think that they blackballed her, or she did it by herself?
To be honest with you, I think, you know what I mean, when you gotta think about it like this, right? From a realistic standpoint, and yeah, karma is really bad, but you look at people like, if that's the case, you look at people like the Trumps, who's almost 80 and has been multi-millionaire, basically billionaire status, and is very nasty, don't care about nobody, right?
Yeah.
But you look at somebody like her, I feel like it has a lot to do with who you are, what's your hustle, your drive, and what you're doing. Now, if your hustle is only, you know, sex or, you know, whatever it is, you're going to get older. You get what I mean? And, you know, I feel like it's always going to be another new hot act that's going to come after you. So if you're not doing anything talent-wise or creating something where it's going to, you know, keep your name hot or keep you making a certain amount of money, then of course you're going to fall flat, because she never really had anything aside from, you know, a
stripping.
Yeah, stripping, but
no, I feel like she came up really from stripping.
Yeah, she came up from stripping, but the thing is, but she was able to, you know, by Drake saying that line. And I think, you know, one thing about guys, when somebody say something, they're like, oh, well, yeah, she do look good, you know. And I think people started to gravitate towards her and want her in that type of way. And so she was able to make, you know, a good amount of money, you know, doing however it is that she does. But as you get older, like I, you know, say, you know, these days especially, people are not looking for vixens or whatever it is you want, strippers or whatever. It's more like IG models, regular. Yeah, I mean, I guess we call them IG models. I don't know what you call them, but these girls is just regular girls on IG. Okay, I'm gonna fly you out, and some of them are okay with it, some of them are not. But those are the type of girls that the rappers and stuff are going for, just regular girls that have a presence maybe on IG or whatever. So to pay her that type of money because of her name, people are not doing it no more.
Yeah.
So.
And but too, so now I know, like, okay, they say you got certain people like what is that? What is it? Monifa? Not who is it? What is that big lady? I mean,
Monique.
And not yeah, I mean big. You know what I'm trying to say.
Right.
But with her, how they say, okay, you messed up for yourself because Tyler Perry didn't just you jacked that up. So you're done. Oprah, once she said that, that's it. Nobody's gonna believe anything you say now. You're not gonna have a job. So do you think, again, Nanjine, coming to you, do you think that Kim, the Kardashians, did this because of what she did to Rob? Because people seem to think, okay, you know what? Because you said her marketing, like the online stuff, but when she had her little lash line doing all this stuff when she was with Rob, and it actually was up high and being sold out, and she was going to, I guess if they was going to clubs, they said they was paying her like $20,000 to $30,000 just to step in there. But then they took it back because it was like, oh, that was only because Rob was next to her and stuff. So do you think that the Kardashians had anything to do with that?
I definitely think they had something to do with it.
But how?
Because you remember she had that show with her and Rob. And then shortly after that, it got canceled. So she ended up suing them because, they have close relationship with like network executives and things like that on E.
They're very powerful.
Exactly.
But yeah,
their show basically runs on E all day long.
Yeah, but I mean, yes, talk show wise. But yeah, of course, her TV show. And plus, her and Rob was going through it. So, of course, you're not going to continue to make money off of a show that's about you and Rob, but y'all not in a relationship. You know what I mean? Or y'all haven't been in a relationship for however long. So, of course, that was going to happen. But I mean, as far as if your products are selling and it's on the internet and people are buying it, what does that have to do with,
Because they were buying it at the time because she was, I'm guessing, she was a name as far as being with Rob. Everything went up for her. Now that she's not with Rob, which they said it was a complete fail, and I know I would have felt embarrassed and didn't feel good. With one of the club people was like, no, we're not paying all that money to come. She can get $2,000 to show up. And it's like, dang, how you went from like $20,000 to $30,000, $40,000? You and Rob showing to $2,000 now, $2,000.
I mean, you gotta understand though.
She was Blac Chyna before Rob though.
Yeah. I understand that. But I think with age and time, nobody don't care. The people that grew up, and of course it was just some years ago, but the people that grew up, watching Blac Chyna, knew about her stripping, knew about this, that, and the third. Those people are not really crazy about the club like that. They're not on the club scene like that no more. So these younger girls,
and one of the guys said also, you're 30 years old. Nobody's gonna pay you all that much of money.
But not for a club, because the people that's gonna be at the club are from 18 to probably 23, 24 years old. And of course you got other ones too, but those people care about who? The Ari Fletchers, the YouTubers or whoever it is, the Jadas and things like that. People don't really care about, okay, you are Blac Chyna.
Girl. Yeah, and see, the thing is too, what I think what Blac Chyna did, what really messed herself up, which I think a lot of females mess themselves up when they feel like, you know what, I already know. I don't fall in a certain category. Like, okay, if you are a black chick and you're light-skinned or something, or you're mixed, you already know, like, yeah, see, I don't fall in the same category as all the rest of the black girls, so I'm already different. And she already had that because people was treating her like that because of the way she looked. And then you got all this money, all this stuff was coming to you, but you started to do this, like, some really grimy, nasty stuff that I personally would not have wanted to do. Period.
What stuff did she do?
Like trying to sleep with this little 20-year-old boy that put you out that didn't even want you. Period. At all. I'm talking about after the fact.
Oh, yeah.
And then telling Rob, which I'm pretty sure was gonna come out. Who knows? But at the time, this is who you with. Why did you tell me you slept with T.I. and Tiny? But she did it in a bad way. Is what I'm saying. The way that she did it, like, shoot, boy, I don't care. She knew that Rob, number one, hadn't gained all that weight. Okay, he was depressed, and you just put more and more things on him with things that she purposely showed him on purpose to try to bring him down.
I think hurt people, you know, and I think she never really received, you know, as far as I can see, you know, real love, even down to, and I can't say her mom didn't love her, but when you don't have that type of relationship, an actual motherly,
toxic,
very, you know, a toxic growing up, you know, in that toxic family life. Her mom was saying all type of stuff on camera. Oh, I used to do this, that, and the third for you for money and all of this type of stuff. And it's kind of like, that's embarrassing for one, and for two,
a whole stroll is what she said.
Yeah. And, you know, you can only imagine if somebody is saying that and bragging about that, what type of things was she, you know, exposed to at a young age. So I can only imagine, of course, you know, she's probably had to sleep with men for money herself growing up. And her mom out there in the streets doing this, that, and the third. And the reason she ended up at the strip club to begin with. So, of course, somebody like that.
Because Treasure did say they was very young. They wasn't even of age yet when they were stripping.
Yeah, and so that's the thing. So you got these grown men that are paying you, you know, to dance for them and God knows what else. And then, so, of course, you know, I can't blame her for finally, if she wanted somebody to have a regular 20-year-old relationship, a lovey-dovey relationship, because I don't feel like she's looking for somebody her age.
Yeah, but then she was like 30 and he was like 21, in the way this man put it out there. Now, look, but Neek, what I'm trying to say is this, you know, hey, you
well,
know.
No, I know that. I know. There's nothing wrong with it. But what I'm trying to explain to you is this. Most likely the reason why she did that is because she never had the opportunity to date somebody 20 and 21 because her thing was always money. So now that she has money, and it doesn't matter how much money he have or don't have, you want to have that just a relationship or experience that. Because I'm pretty sure she always had to date older. Always had to mess with somebody that was older that's willing to pay her this type of money. Nobody 20, 21 is not finna pay her that kind of money.
Back then.
I mean, now, yeah, you got people making millions of dollars rapping or, you know, make one little scamming or whatever.
Okay, so you're saying that she was talking to this guy looking for love and he has money, the 21-year-old.
He don't have no money.
The guy at the time did have a little bit of something. He was coming up.
But not as much as her.
Yeah.
It was more that she was able to help him than he was able to, because nobody knew who he was. It was just all of a sudden like, okay, you around this dude right here, like,
yes,
you know what I mean?
People were talking about Blac Chyna being with him, not him being with Blac Chyna.
Right, because nobody absolutely did not know who he was.
And after the whole Blac Chyna relationship, he fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah, and it was the only thing that made him popular was her and who she was. So I think, I mean, that had more. I'm not saying maybe she wasn't looking for love, but I think she was looking for fun, something regular, something she can kind of like enjoy. But like I say, I can't say.
I think she was looking for also an opportunity.
For what? What opportunity for what? What would he been able to offer her?
And she was looking for an opportunity to be on top again. And what I mean, to dominate something. See, the thing is, when everybody can look at something differently, right? But when you are a person that is used to being a type where, you know what, I look good, I really don't have to do much to get anything from anybody. So now that she's her age, and whatever the case may be, a 21-year-old will just be like, oh my God, I got me a 30-year-old. And she fine, and it's Blac Chyna, and whatever. They're going to just be in another heaven type of state of mind here. I think she was doing it too to be on the top. Like, I really do feel, like her friend said, Treasure, you went with Rob, and I don't think Rob was going to be your first choice. Not when you met him. I don't think that was meant to happen.
I agree with that. I don't think that was something on purpose. I think maybe she did that to kind of stay close in the family, because since Tiger,
was a strategic move.
Yeah, I think because Tiger was with Kylie, and I think that was a way to kind of stay around the Kardashians, you know, some more.
I don't even think it was about staying around the Kardashians. I think that was more so for clout. I don't think it was any attachment with the Kardashians, because even when she appeared on a show with them, she was like quiet and reclusive. It didn't seem like she was trying to put herself out there like that with them.
Right, but what I'm saying is, by Tiger going to a Kardashian, which was Kylie, right? Technically, she's not a Kardashian, but I'm just saying, by him going to her, right? You don't think it was something like, okay, well, you know what? Okay, so you want to do that? I'm gonna go mess with the brother.
Oh, like some get back type.
Yeah, because I'm like, why would you? I was like, out of everybody, because I mean, you had to go and look for Rob, because Rob is not out. You know what I mean? He's like, you know,
he's in his room all day.
You know, so I'm like, okay, you had to go find him.
Yeah, and he's huge. I mean, you know, at the time, what I'm saying is, when I say he's huge, because no, let's be honest, he's huge. That was not with what you was used to, or nothing that you like. And I'm going to say that again. Listen, it doesn't matter if the person is tall, short, fat, thin, skinny, thick.
Right.
We know what we like. If you're not used to dating a big guy, that's something that you're not going to go to. And you didn't go there for love, or you felt sorry for him. You did that because, guess what? You felt very bad. You actually did love this guy. You really did. You loved him, because that was the first person that picked you up before you hit, before you got really, really, really big. This was somebody to you. And you and Kim, y'all was straight, because y'all used to take butt shot pictures together and do all that good stuff. And then here go little Kylie, a little girl from around the way, looking very basic at the time.
But you know, I think that's, if we can deviate from the topic a little bit, I think that's something that needs to be talked about too, because I feel like the Kardashians are able to just do whatever they want to do, you know, in terms of like, okay, this could be somebody that you like or whatever, and they'll turn around and go and talk to them.
Yes.
You know? That's the same thing.
And they have done it with everybody.
And it's just like nobody asks no questions. It's
And
like they just come and do whatever they want to do.
That happened with Trina and Trina and Chloe, because I guess they were like close. They was like okay, but then you know when Trina used to date James Harden for a while, then all of a sudden after that, then it. You know,
Chloe
started dating him. It's like, okay, that was weird.
Chloe is very notorious for that too, because you know, the reason I brought this whole thing up was because I was watching a interview with Larsa Pippen, and she was saying how, which is Scottie Pippen's ex-wife, and she was saying how she knew Tristan first, and it seemed like she was hinting towards like, okay, you know, they were talking and things like that, and then all of a sudden, Chloe's with him.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, it's just like, it's no girl code with them. They do whatever they want to do.
Only when it's done to them. That's when it's the code.
That's when it's a problem.
Well,
when Jordan did it, it's a problem now, you know, because it's being done to you, but you can do it to everyone else.
We treated her like family. First of all,
we family.
Like, who is, yeah, they put everything out
and
there.
did that with Amber Rose with Kanye.
Oh, facts. They did used to.
But no.
Was
Amber Rose close
no, Amber Rose used to go with Kanye, but I don't think.
Yeah, they used to go together, but they was friends and they was around each other. Then all of a sudden, you're married.
But you see, people say this, but you know what people say too, because that's something you got to understand too. People always say the industry is very small. You're partying at the same places. You're going to the same places. You're seeing the same people. So it's gonna be a circle.
That small,
Neek.
Jen is small.
Neek.
What?
Neek. This is not city to city. Okay. One thing that these people do, they take pictures every time. They doing all this stuff. They do all of this, man, all the way in the back like that. They do all of this stuff. So you mean to tell me when you're like that, you know who's talking to with who. They say it. They be like, okay, yeah, this one is with this one now. This one is with this one. She knew. It just so happened. I don't know how Kanye West started to get big, and I think it was like, oh my God, it was just like.
If we're gonna talk about like power moves, I think Kim, you know, being with Kanye was a power move because
that was a power move for both of them. Both of them are very smart and strategic because Kanye was on his way out. He was crying on the Sway show, like, okay, I don't have any more money. The money is gone.
What?
Yeah, remember when Sway was like, okay, so why don't you just take some money? Why you keep saying these big companies got to give you a shot? Like, you know, this and that. I don't have the answers. You don't have the answers, Sway.
Oh, wait.
The money is gone.
Okay, you know what we gotta do. So we're gonna do a little commercial break for our own selves here, and we're gonna come back with a part 2. However, we gotta do. So we're finna do the little closing, and we will return with the whole Kim and Chyna in their whole mess of not having any type of class, because that's what it is. They don't have any. So Jen and Juice.
See you guys in the next video.
See you in the next video.
All right.